It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Right to the air. Here's Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Sanders. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Forced out to his left, and he wisely will throw that one away. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 1st downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
All right, go get him now.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Newton to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Newton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there. I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now Newton on first down. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, it's Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Newton. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's going to wind up incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Well, good start for him in this one here, the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Panthers coming out now.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Stafford on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves.
As Sanders has it poked free, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Now for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Stafford now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's got, as Sanders has it poked free. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second and short now following the fumble. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 3 yards out.
And the Lions are back within a couple of the lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
Oh, I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Newton's throw complete there to Moore.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, McCaffrey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he goes out right around the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Newton now to throw. He's got Smith here. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Newton. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
We've got more difficult, but they've made it effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3.
Here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead.
In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On first down, Stafford here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He finds his man Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Play action, Stafford. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Again, it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Sanders has it over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
To the air again, Stafford. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively to get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Now Stafford on third and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle to Smith. Oh, what a move. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through two quarters.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Newton on first down. Complete. Smith has it. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Showtime, baby. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. Let's go. Let's do it. Hey, let's go.
Back to throw, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. They juked him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 31, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Newton. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle.
And the lead now 11, 24-13. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Stafford on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first down, it's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake the give, now Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. It's caught by Sanders.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Stafford looks to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That's a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Throwing is Stafford. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Sanders, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Stafford now to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Stafford. Just keeping the play alive. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Newton.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Newton.
That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Newton now to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Newton now to throw. And it's caught by Olsen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Newton to throw. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on fourth down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit.
He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Sanders has it over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 45 on second down, Stafford.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 50, it's Stafford.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing again is Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Again, it's Stafford. And that's complete to Sanders.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And that one incomplete as it breaks a string of 8 straight pass completions. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now Newton. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
I got you, baby. Let's do this, man.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw is Stafford.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Another run here with Sanders. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Running right, here's Sanders. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw, Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the save. And that'll bring up 3rd.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That's returnable now for Smith.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Stafford looks to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
It's a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To the air again, Stafford. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
On fourth down, Stafford. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down, and the Panthers will get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Newton. And it's caught by Olsen.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11 now.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a win here for the Panthers, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.